going on, everybody? It's your girl Lalaa Shepard checking in. This is the Progress Report, Coalition DJ's New Music Monday, and I got my man Too Short in the building.
The Swift Master.
What's up? Nothing much. So pretty much I want to ask you, what's your opinion on the 2017 NBA season?
Well, I personally have to say it probably was the best season ever because my hometown team won. Golden State Warriors playing East Oakland, if you didn't know. But I feel like I'm a real basketball fan, and I feel like on one end you got this trilogy, which made for the big ticket. And everybody was, invested in the whole rematch of the third go round of the Cavs and the Warriors. But I feel like it happened the way it was supposed to happen. As a Warriors fan, we came in there. We had a really good season in 2015.
Right.
Kind of under the radar a little bit, and then we got to the playoffs, and it was kind of like really, kind of like they said, it was luck. It was luck because the teams we came up against all had key injuries, but that's what the playoffs is all about. Is who's gonna stay healthy, and then we got him in the end. Kyrie went down, all this. We know the story. You know the story. So basically, come back, the whole 3-1. LeBron come back. We fucking lose and shit in the game 7.
Right.
But motherfuckers took it the next year after that. Motherfuckers took it like it was an ass whooping.
Right. So
Warrior fans and the Warriors, the team was probably like a little chip on the shoulder going to 2017 after coming off that 2016 best season ever and not getting the chip. It made for the big ticket. So I just feel like, as a basketball fan, away from just as a Warriors fan, I just feel like, I want to see the NBA shift a little bit in terms of either building up more teams or either kind of like making some rule where I don't know, where you gotta kind of keep. I don't know, man. We got the free agency. It's for niggas can get their money.
True.
But at the same time, we kind of everybody owed. It's like a musical chairs every season and shit. And we ain't really no balance. You can't really be invested in your team for years because it's never the same core team. So as a fan, I'm looking for something other than just LeBron and the Cavs and the Warriors beating up on everybody.
Some diversity. I mean, I feel like this next season is definitely going to be dope. Hopefully.
Well, now it's just a scramble. Like in the East, who could beat LeBron? In the West, who could beat the Warriors? Well, it's just a scramble. But it's kind of always been that way. I feel like we always had super teams, but this shit is amazing.
Right.
Just
Okay.
to see what the Warriors do, and and to be a fan.
Right.
I see the people that be like, fuck the Warriors.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. At the end of the day, KD had to get his ring, but I am definitely Team LeBron all day long, just so you know. But
I got a song for your ass.
Man.
Coming soon.
With over 30 years of experience in this game, how do you stay so youthful, and what's your, best advice for longevity?
The usual black people's secrets, like moisturizers and cocoa butters and stuff. I don't know.
Not even just in the looks.
I know what you're talking about.
All right,
it's in the spirit, though. It's in the music. It's in the lifestyle. I just really fucking stay active. I don't know. It's a saying I like to use. It's like some people just don't know when to leave the party.
Right.
The party's over. The lights is on. You got to tell them I'm gonna go.
Right.
That's me.
Right.
So I'm still at the party.
Okay, that's lit. So, what's your best tips and advice for longevity?
It's always hard work, and it's not just hard work. It's like the different levels that you achieve in your life, the goals that you set for yourself, and the goals that you achieve, and the ones that you don't. You just got to keep pushing. Like I just feel like every day you got to wake up and try to find a way to enjoy that day, even though it's bullshit out there. You just got to figure out how to fucking be happy, and then you get to these different levels where you work really hard to get your foot in the door. But once you get your foot in the door, you gotta work hella harder just to stay up in there.
Word.
Once you get up in there, you gotta work even harder to stay around for some years. It's like the minute you see 25,000 people screaming at you, that's the beginning. Motherfuckers, some people take that as the end. So the overachievers always win.
Okay, Definitely. Now, talk about your influence on the music industry now. Just, Drake's For Free and Gotti's latest single with Nicki Minaj, to Rake It Up. So just speak on that, how you still...
When I was a youngster, we used to, grab the old records and remake Parliament, Bootsy Collins, and Cameo Records, and, different little groups from back in the 70s was like, like 10, 15 years before us, 20 years before us. We're digging into Motown records and shit. So, that's what's happening right now.
Word.
And it had to happen, because you're talking about, I'm making records when, shit, Gotti was probably in fucking high school or middle school or some shit. And,
Word.
Years later, you remember, you're in the studio, you remember that shit that was bumping back in the day. Like, man, I'm about to remake that shit. So, I really knew for a fact that at some point, no motherfuckers is gonna dig into them Too Short crates and realize, holy shit, this boy got some funk up in here. So it's all in it's just love, So
Word.
to hear Drake be, doing all these motherfucking hit records like the fucking Beatles and Michael Jackson, and then he gonna, dabble in on one of my joints, I'm like, that's like complimentary to me. So I'm all for it. I encourage some more people to do some Too Short remake. I plan on doing some Too Short remakes myself.
That's right.
Remix some old joints with some new rappers.
That'd be dope.
No shit.
Definitely bridging the gap. Now speak on what the boombox is and just the importance of differentiation and entrepreneurship and just doing different stuff outside of music.
Well, I've always been of that frame of mind that everything that I do, I try to be a baller. I try to, always be out, all my life being out balling shit, the chicks and the look and the jewelry and shit in the cars. But I always felt like it was mandatory to have the tools that I needed to keep my career going. You could fucking take all them cars, you can run all them bitches off, and if I got a motherfucking studio, I'm gonna make some motherfucking money. You can fucking take the house, everything. I'm gonna get another motherfucking house. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of new bitches, and all I need is a drum machine and a keyboard and a studio. I'm gonna fucking that's just greater than pimping. It's just greater than anything I ever knew. So, it's just like that. So I feel like to be the owner of your own facility, whether it's a fucking basement studio, whether it's in your goddamn bedroom you sleep in, or if you went and got a building and built your shit out. However it is, if that shit is wired up and you can make music, and that music you make money, I believe in that shit. So everywhere I've been, when I lived in Oakland, we had a facility. When I lived in Atlanta, we had a facility. When I lived in motherfucking LA, had a fucking facility. And it's like, it's not, my spots are never just a studio in a room you go sit in. Every spot I ever had is like, you go there, you want to fucking have fun. You want to fucking make music. You want to fucking just be there. So I make it like that because when we make music, we drink, we smoke, we kick it, we party, we kind of party and make music.
Word.
And I know a lot of people do. So if you got a young nigga that's, just getting his first taste of money, and he been looking at all these goddamn videos and shit, and then all this social media shit, and all he's thinking about is, I need to get this fucking car and this fucking jewelry. I got to get this shit. I would be like, the first money should be like the house and the motherfucking tools of the trade. You put the studio in the house, or you get a fucking business and put your staff to work. That should be the first shit. Then you start stacking all the extra fucking perks and shit. But motherfuckers figured out later on in life. You realize that I figured out at a young age. I gotta have that facility. I got to have the compound. We gotta have it. So that's what the boombox is. It's the new compound. It's located in LA. It's bigger and better than anything I've ever had. And it's more than making music now. It's all about making the music visual. So we want to be able to see it. We want to be able to create it right there in the same building, visualize it, record it, edit it. Every motherfucking thing you got to do. We throwing concerts in that motherfucker. Everything. It's nice.
Dope.
Shooting TV shows, whatever you want to do.
Dope. Definitely. Now, right now we with the Coalition DJs. So speak on the importance of DJs and what they mean to music.
Well, I just feel like in the club environment, you have unsung heroes, so to speak. And they could be the bouncers.
That's true.
It could be the cool-ass manager. It could be a certain waitress or favorite bartender. But, a lot of times it's the motherfucking DJ. And the motherfucking DJ is the reason why people love to come to that club. One of the main reasons.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think that when DJs, back in the day, when club DJs were underappreciated and radio DJs was getting their ass kissed, the club DJs was like, you know what? radio DJs really ain't breaking the fucking records. Y'all playing the records that we break, and we get the motherfuckers hot in a lot of cases. And even if the radio was to try to start spinning some shit, they still need the support of the club DJs to make the motherfucker really fly. So club DJs started they started like making little crews and shit, and that shit proved to be very instrumental to record labels of like developing relationships with DJ pools like the Coalition DJs, and actually finding ways to break records like what I was just here today doing, watching y'all sift through records with the artist actually in your presence and critiquing the artist in a positive way and not a negative way. You're not shooting them down, but giving them positive criticism. It's like, that shit is big.
Right.
So, that's the power of a DJ pool. Ain't no motherfucking 99 out of 100 radio personality DJs ain't gonna do no shit like that.
Right.
So, try to find a record to break. So, that's a big deal to me.
Definitely. Now, we all know that you're 420 friendly. So how much weed do you smoke per day, and how can you recommend like different weed strands for people to try? Say, for instance, you want to start smoking, but you don't want nothing too much that's going to fuck you up. But can you help us out with that?
Well, I could just tell you off top that the weak smokers should just stick to the sativa. That shit really don't get you that high. Just stick to the sativa or little small amounts of edibles. You got to find your little range, whatever. But I can't really speak on the rest of that shit because I'm very 420 friendly.
Word.
I'm a daily smoker since high school, and I fucking I don't even really. I grew up in Oakland, so I have a fucking like a farmer could like smell fucking fruit or something. I could just fucking smell the good weed and just smell it. I know it is there. I don't give a fuck what the nickname is. I don't care what the grandfather strand and all the fucking hand-me-down and how they smell. I don't give a fuck. If it's some good goddamn weed to smoke good, I'm blowing that shit. If it's some regular weed, I ain't fucking with it. It's been that way since day one.
Okay.
And I do monitor my intake on what time of day I might smoke some really strong indica.
Okay.
And I got like what I call my daytime weed, my nighttime weed, my laying down weed.
That's what I need to know.
It's just you gotta really like experiment. See, in California now we have stores, the dispensaries.
Right.
And you go in there, you get to know your strand and what you like, and like, man, let me try this shit now. You talk to the motherfucker over the counter. It's like a real cool thing.
Word.
And it's not just Cali. That shit's all over the place now.
True. Now, what's your thoughts on the Tupac movie? Did you get a chance to catch it?
I saw it.
Okay. What you think about it? I
like the Tupac movie, and I listened to all the fucking beat downs the critics had to say about it. I feel like I get Jada Pinkett, but at the same time, I'm almost quite sure that Jada Pinkett was not accessible to give them her side of the story.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then on top of that, people were like talking about how it was shot, this and that, and it's like, the people who put the movie together took a lot of years.
Absolutely.
Put that together. They had a lot of obstacles. They had a lot of fucking a lot of passion about putting it together. And I think that the one thing that you can't say bad about the movie, which is when I was watching, I was like, that was making me feel really good, was the music.
Absolutely.
And everybody's like, man, Tupac wouldn't prove this, Tupac this and that, but Tupac's actual music is in the fucking movie.
Absolutely.
And when you watch the movie, just like the NWA movie, you could sit there and you could know what happened in the NWA scenes. You could know what happened back in the day. That shit didn't happen word for word in the movie.
Of course.
So it's like, the people like, man, that ain't how it happened. But shit, go watch the old Temptations movie. That ain't how that shit happened.
Right.
It's just a story. But I like the way they presented the man in the movie, the different dynamics of his personality, and I like the music. So if you tell me about the cinematography and the shots and the lighting,
right.
Fuck that shit.
It's irrelevant.
I kicked it for a couple hours listening to Tupac music. The nigga did a damn good job to me of playing Tupac, and I'm like,
Okay. Definitely. I enjoyed the movie too. I actually
I even liked the fake Jada Pinkett story, even if it ain't the real story.
It was cute.
Exactly.
It was cute. Definitely. So what's next for Too Short?
I got a lot of songs I made. I was contemplating once again like my 4th or 5th retirement or some shit. But this shit is called hip hop, and anybody who dabbles in it is a fucking junkie. So I'm hooked on it. I'm fucking 51 years old, and I got about 150 songs in the can. I'm just gonna drop these motherfuckers and just whatever. It's whatever. I still make money, so
That's right.
I'm very active in the rap world. I perform many weekends in a month and fucking just all kind of shit, hosting and the fucking independent checks don't never stop coming. The publishing checks don't never stop coming. Motherfuckers still calling, talking about can I get a feature and all this shit. So you know, and then I got the fucking boombox. So it's just about. I feel like I'm trying to be one of those rappers who, when you go to fucking argue about hip hop, you could be like, well, shit, Short did this, Short did that. Like, you know, I just want to be a part of the argument that niggas saying you can't do this. I made my hottest record of my career when I was 40 years old. So like, let me see who's gonna do some shit like that. Hey, you know what this is? It's your boy Too Short. It's your girl Lalaa. This is the Progress Report. We fuck with the Coalition DJs, and you know what my favorite word is, bitch.